have we got an exciting morning ahead of us. I can't believe I went all yesterday. I completely forgot to name this guy. I'm actually going to be upsetting a few people, probably more than a few people, because we got literally hundreds of suggestions for this guy's name. And my favorite was the simplicity of Tony Stark in reference to Iron Man. But unfortunately, we can't do that with copyright stuff. But I think what we can actually do with that awesome name is right here. Who can have, what do we have? What is this guy? He's the secretary of the, no, guardian or defender. Defender, F-E-N-D-E-R of the light. Stony Ark. I think that is an awesome play on words, and that was suggested kind of by me, but because a lot of people suggested Tony Stark, I think that was the most common name, but I like this just a little bit better, so since it's my show, I'm just going to go ahead and go with it. What's up, Stony Ark? Defender of the light, obviously, because he is the defender of the light house. What you doing? You just chilling? You want maybe me to expand this doorway for you one of these days? One of these days, I might get around to it. Not quite today, though. Since I have you right there, Stony, I just want to see if you can, stand aside, if you can fit through this little 1.5 wide space. So, can't you? Because if you can't, wow, I cannot even push him out of the way, can I? There we go. Can you fit through there? Because you're 1.4, right? You're 1.4 blocks wide. So, you can go through there? Maybe not. No, that means he's not going to be able to make it up the staircase. Well, that's upsetting, but it's not the end of the world. I did a little bit of work, which I'll show you in just a second, as soon as Stony stops pushing me around. Come on, Stony. And I just knocked out that torch, didn't I? Yes, I did. Oh well. Right there, and let's take out of this joint. We need to fix this floor at some point as well. We don't have anything to fix it on us right now. Oh well. Just remember later, let's do that with green or white wool. I think either one of those will work. Ta-da! I did some work on the sugarcane farm, and I sort of want to recap the changes, or the additions that I made in a separate clip, because I spent, I don't know, about an hour. I didn't think it was episode worthy, but I spent about an hour going over this entire thing and changing some of the different components. So let's recap those one at a time. I started with the button right here, and I used that to go with a redstone line to do a vertical line to connect the redstone to the rest of this thing. And this is not done by any means, by the way. I just decided to sort of cut back in halfway through the process because I had somewhat of an epiphany. So you can see all of this is now all made out of wood. All the water channels connect. This is where the vertical line pops up at. It goes right here. We follow the redstone. Pretty obvious stuff so far. And because it's on, we need to invert it right here, which is what I did, and we continue climbing up here, and ignore what's on my right just for the moment. I can't jump, I have no decent way up there. Okay, let me just sort of, I'm trying not to spoil too much too soon, so, get up here, knock you down before I forget. And then, okay, well, there's not even any decent way for me to get up there. But I did that whole line like I did before, and then I did this second row of sugarcane, which we're going to use. And some people suggested I use signs to block the water. More people suggested that I use ladders to block the water. But guess what? Guess what, guys? I did both of them. That's right. I used a combination of signs and ladders. Ladders because they're cheaper, and signs because I wanted to be able to just connect them in a straight line like this without having to connect them to anything. And now, none of the sugarcane that pops off of this row should get wasted when it falls down. We are able to water this row of sugarcane as well. Let's just climb up right here, jump up in this ladder, and let's see if I can go up a little bit more. Oh, should probably watch what I'm doing there. More sugarcane. No, did I really? Oh, I destroyed the water spring that was right there. I got a new one, right? Yes, I got a new one. So I still need to put the pistons on this row, but that's why I decided to come back in right now. Because, I mean, these are both connected to the same line. The same button is going to fire all these pistons at the same time. And I wanted to talk about this little area just briefly. I get a lot of crap for being bad at redstone, and honestly, I've never claimed to be the best, but I really don't think I'm as bad as people think I am, because I do everything in live action, including all of my mistakes. And if you watch something like Mythbusters is a good example. Like, they don't do anything perfectly on the first try ever, and neither do I. So if you want to watch, you know, other Let's Players where they cut through all the redstone figuring out garbage, that's cool, and they can get credit for being geniuses. But I guarantee you, they make a whole bunch of tiny little stupid mistakes just as much as I am. I mean, I've built big things before, like this. This is just a timer that I decided to mess around with. It just counts down. It's got a I forget what it's called, but it's got a fancy screen on it, and then it's got different wires connecting to each bits of the screen, and they just count down. I could turn this into a calculator or an alarm clock or whatever if I wanted to put the time into it. But the point is, I'm just not afraid of making mistakes. I know that people, how do I put this? People really only care about the finished project, and I expose myself and my terribleness with making so many mistakes because I believe that that's all part of the process of getting better. And that being said, I'm back here in the farmhouse. I walked back here while I was talking. If you notice, I am very, very low on redstone, which is why I'm back here. We need to do a little bit of recycling. And Block Lobster doesn't so much play anymore. It doesn't have a purpose. This stuff does, right? Right? I feel like there's some redstone. Yeah, that redstone back there is a waste. Does this need to be here? No, it does not. This is all connected to the old sugarcane farm, so we need to pick up these recycled parts, and I opted to leave this right here as somewhat of a, also a memorial, like that cross. This is a memorial to Sergeant Shivers, because this snow right here is sort of the last snow that remains of Sergeant Shivers. In this realm, anyway. Who knows how far he's coming with that zombie in the other realm. So what is this? This is the wheat farm, isn't it? So we can't touch that. And that goes off to the button in the workshop for the monster/experience grinder. Still have not got silk touch, even though I've been trying. We're one level away. But as soon as I do, we can put this coal vein back. But awesome. Block Lobster is no longer in play. I think it's time to tear this stuff up. Maybe, let's see, I got 18. You know what? I actually only need 17 pistons. I think I will leave most of this here for now. I did get a suggestion to connect this to the wheat farm, which I haven't even begun the headache of figuring out how I want to trigger it. I would need to put, you know, wooden pressure plates down there and then connect them right here and then turn this into a consistent timer, or a timer that only turns on when something hits the plate. But I just don't feel like dealing with that today. Maybe later. But it is time to go back up and create the pistons that we need to finish the what's it called? The part of the sugarcane farm that actually does work. I do love working around the house. Professor Cluckenstein looks deep in thought. I do love working around the house because every time we do, we get this excellent buildup of monsters that we can just throw a few punches at and then get ourselves pretty much a half a level of experience. Delicious. Now it's time to head back out. My redstone took a bit of a hit. Down to one piece of redstone, not even any in the bottom where I keep it, or top. I can't remember anymore because I'm pretty much out of all of it. So it's... Also got a few more iron left to smelt, I guess. Well, I guess my 9 blocks are going to last me for a while anyway. Yeah, but I don't think I'll need any more actual redstone to get this thing finished because I got it all laid out. The pistons, on the other hand, I think 20 is enough. I'm really hoping I did my... You do not belong in there, creeper. How did you even... You know what, I should probably put some sort of, torches? I don't have any torches on me. I think this is the spot right here that he possibly spawned at. I probably should put some sort of fence gate or something. Actually, they can jump over this little one-wide gap, can't they? This gap might have to be expanded at some point, and then put like a fence gate right here. I suppose we could put a giant fence over the entire thing and just do away with the entire canal structure. I think I might do that. That'll add to the sort of fenced off look of all the rest of the animals in this entire place. Oh, well. I'm done thinking about that for the moment. It's time to head up to the top of this place and place down these pistons once and for all, and then the part of the sugarcane farm that actually does work will be done, and then we'll just be focusing on aesthetics after that point. I was tossing it around in my head. Let me... God, there's not any decent way around this still. Can I please get up here, maybe? I know. Why don't we take this fence, put it right there, and then jump on it, and then jump on this fence, and then tear that fence down. Gonna have to add some sort of decent maintenance access to this place at some point. I got a suggestion from, let me see who it was here. Ivan ZGT, I think, is what that is. Oh, this layer of sugar cane's gonna have to go because I can't right-click with it right here. Yes, delicious. Okay, and then the repeater's the one piece that isn't going to be lit up, sadly. I'm just going to go ahead and accept that loss for this piece because I don't have enough room to do that little thing like I did on that one. So, oh well, I'm not worried about one piece of sugarcane. So, what I was saying, what Ivan ZGT said, make your bedroom in the old Enchantment Room. Well, he actually said Enchantment Room, but I think we get the picture. And, okay, this is all set up, and I think that's a really good idea. So... here's what I'm thinking. There's no other way up here, but you're already all set up with the redstone, so we shouldn't need to come up here for a while. Maybe I will just throw down that piece of sugarcane back right there, so it doesn't look like it's missing something. Well, this piston's already missing right here. Oh well. I'm just not going to freak out about it. If we made the old enchantment room up there, the one I'm looking at right now, that one, then what we can do is, instead of having this gigantic empty space under this sugarcane farm, even though I was planning on propping it all up on stilts, I still think that would look amazing, but rather than food break, nom 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 nom. Rather than having a big empty space connected with stilts, what we can do is build the new library / enchantment room. That needs to be lit, doesn't it? Yes, it does. It looks like this has been flooded quite a few times. the lack of grass that's around here. Yeah, if we put the library directly underneath this thing, we can have a nice spacious library and enchantment room, as well as... let's see, I still don't want all of this to be floating, so all of this needs to be thrown up on stilts still. So let me figure out how I want to do that. 42 entire fences to work with? I can work with that. So it's going to be at least in the far corner, I believe. Really? You can't reach that, Minecraft guy? Steve? There we go. Not so short now, are we? Now that you got a little pedestal to stand on. Still should have brought my axe. I cannot believe I still have not brought my axe after all this time working on this place. And then connect it at the corner. Where is the corner? Right here or the one next to it? Let's call the corner right here. Nope, not right there. Maybe it is time to invest in an axe. I've been making a lot of mistakes. Right here. Right? There, and then right. Just directly... so directly up from this is this one. Okay, yeah, so I had that right. Knock this down. And then we can test the two-corner design on each one of these things. So that's sort of a rough idea of what the stilt structure is going to look like on this thing. And that's actually, this little area is really just going to be most of the standalone stilts, because under here we will have our library, and over here this room is going to be finished at some point, although I don't know exactly what point that is. So, next step of the process. Well, first, let's test our sugarcane farm. There's no reason why it shouldn't work, but we haven't officially tested it. You can see that. We can see that one little bit of sugarcane up there, so... there we go. It pushed, I guess... oh, graphical. Yeah, it just took a while to update. I know Optifine does that. If something's further away, it takes a little longer to update. And then it's gonna take a few seconds for it to travel down to us. But keep in mind, normally in this time, we're gonna come over here and flip this switch and then press this button. and then that switch is going to start flowing all the wool up here as well, because we will have already sheared the sheep at that point. The only thing I wish is that I wish this was made out of glass so that we could see how far along the sugarcane was, but we're just going to have to be patient, I guess. Kinda taking a minute. Okay, well, we can give it a minute. In the meantime, I want to put some thought into what we can do with the library over here. The library / enchantment room. It's gonna be somewhat of a big project. I'm just thinking of how I want to visualize this. It obviously needs to use a lot of wood if it wants to be connected with this structure, but I'm thinking it can have more of a combination of wood and smooth stone. Or cobble. I haven't really used cobble anywhere on this thing, and if I was going to use it anywhere, it would be near this cobblestone roof and on sort of an old structure, and I think a library will have that old structure look to it. I should figure out the dimensions too, because I can make it either perfectly flush with this thing, or I can make it bigger and then have this thing have stilts down onto the top of the library. That will be a pretty big building if I make it any bigger than this. But maybe I'll just select some spots on the ground to start building at, and then I'll just worry about connecting this to it once it's done. So I don't even know what I want to do for the shape of the library. I'm kinda intrigued. I mean, we can make it look like that, like a big public building, sort of like library look, like with a big stone, like triangle thing on top and a few pillars that come down. But I think that'll just look too big for the quaintness of the rest of the farm. So I'm trying to think of some happy medium of something that looks like it's built in that style, but also only about as wide as this, only about as big as this structure, which is still actually kind of big for my tastes. It's longer than it needs to be. And I wouldn't have a problem, because pretty much, I mean, we're still going to have stilts coming down on all four sides on this thing as well, but they're just going to hit the roof so it looks less like they're, you know, floating high up in the air, or being suspended way too high up in the air. So I think I've decided, yeah, it is going to be a lot of cobblestone and stone. Oh, I have 18 right now, so just throw that down. Easy counting this way. 23 pieces from a not even fully done up farm. So we'll see how much it gives us when it's actually fully grown, rather than that, you know, there's like one piece on that row. But I'm thinking probably a lot more than the last one. And as long as I do it whenever I hit the sheep farm, then it should be a little bit more time efficient. So, well, I guess I need some time to think about that. In the meantime, what we can do is think about how we want to design our old enchantment room and turn that into a bedroom. Let's jump through our vine here. Actually, that vine right there makes this jump a little bit easier. I don't know why. It like slows me down in midair, but it slows me down, but I don't lose my sprint. So it's kind of interesting doing that. So I need an axe with me because we're going to be tearing down a lot of stuff. And I don't need this junk on me, but oh well. I think, yeah, I'm just going to head up there first before I actually commit to doing anything so that I can visualize the whole thing and see what it looks like. And then I can start thinking of how ideas of how I want to bedroomify it. And there's still a way in there, right? Yeah, because it's just right across the bridge. What's up there, enchantment table? How you doing? You about ready to move, Holmes? Oh, and right as we're ready to enchant too. Oh well, we can throw it down as soon as we get level 13. I do want to do it pretty much as soon as I get level 13 though, because like I said before, I have a bad habit of dying, and I did last time. I was like level 11 or something, or 12, just like I am now, and I died. And these can be done with iron, correct? Yes, they can. That whole floor needs to go as well. You're not going to be made out of bookshelves anymore. Useless floor. So we do need stone, bricks, and normal stone to come back here. I'll pick up those books in just a second. What should we do here? We can have, like, you know, the fact that it's an odd number is strange. I guess we can have, like, a triple bed situation. There's not really any room for paintings around here, but We can switch these things up to be glowstone lamps. We can't actually. We can't do that because I'm all out of redstone. That changes things a little bit. You know, that might actually affect some things in the near future here, this lack of redstone. So I think I'm going to switch plans up a little bit. I guess I'll fill in this room later. Let me go collect all those books before they disappear. Or despawn on us. There's just a whole bunch sitting on top of that glass tube, aren't there? Yes, there are. And they're all over the wheat farm, aren't they? Yeah, I once again totally forgot about my wheat farm, which is... did I mention that earlier? I said people suggested connecting it to the block lobster to the wheat farm. That way I don't forget about it so freaking often, because I do have a really bad habit of doing that. Let's go fire this. It's pretty much ready to go, and I feel like we are sort of owed a generation of wheat here. And I'm not going to forget about it this time. Totally not. And you know how I know? Because I'm just going to go stand there. I am just going to stand and let all the seeds and the wheat and the few books come to me. Delicious. Look at all of it. And a few books thrown in there in the mix too. It's like I have an automatic book farm, except not really at all. But it's fun to pretend sometimes. Yeah, let's turn that off and start the replanting process, but get a few punches in the meantime. I'll be taking that experience, and I am now level 13, so we can whip up another gold pick. Go away, wheat. Grab... Oh, I don't need to grab any more seeds. I forget. It gives me more than enough seeds to get this thing done. Alright, turn this guy off here. That sounds like the rain stopped, so that's good. A little less taxing on the background noise. Here's my plan. Just for the moment, since I'm level 13, I don't want to waste all this experience if I die again. I'm going to craft up a few bookshelves here. Not even that many. Oh, man, what am I doing wrong? Is it sticks? It's not sticks, is it? Is it sticks? It's been so long since I have crafted a bookshelf. Nope, just had it backwards. Alright, throw these back like they're supposed to be, and I picked up all those books, right? Yeah. And I don't think I'll need any more than just a few bookshelves. I got my 2 pieces of stick on me. I grab 1, 2, 3 gold, and let's try this up again with a golden pickaxe. Throw that down right there, and you are just super temporary. And I can only levels 1 through like 5, right? So, okay, let's throw down one whole whopping bookshelf. And we can still only level 5. I don't know why you're not doing any more than that, enchantment table. Try now with just a few bookshelves. We can get ourselves up to level 9, I see. So how about you know, maybe cut us a little slack? That'd be swell. Give us level 13 here. Okay, cool. So we'll be able to do it now. Level 13 golden pickaxe. Come on, silk touch. Come on, silk touch. Unbreaking. Awesome. Just awesome. I never get tired of seeing that word every time I enchant something. That's freaking ridiculous. You know what? That hurts. Here's what I want to do to finish out the episode. Put all this crap back where it belongs, except my loss of supplies here. And I want to take... Where are you? A few more iron pickaxes, and why not? My unbreaking golden pickaxes. No other use for those things. And I am going to head back out to my quarry. It's been a while since I've been there. Let me minimize what I have on me, though. Bring a stack of wood, just because I need to build chests and stuff. Although, actually, I think I have some chests. 19 chests laying around. Yeah, I think I will be able to spare that. Unnecessary redstone supplies. Don't need you guys on me. Probably gonna need some more food, so let's see how the old food supply is doing. What do we have to spare for a while? There's always rotten flesh. We could eat rotten flesh. 12 whole pieces of steak. We could murder some animals, but I don't see why we'd do that. 52 apples. I think we can switch our food supply to apples for a little bit here. Let's put the bread back in Gypsy Leah's bread box. There you go, bread. I don't need that 1 piece of gunpowder on me. It's just going to cost me inventory space. And the rest of this, other than the enchantment table and the one piece of redstone, is entirely vital. So, it's actually not a good official spot for an enchantment table, but right there's fine enough. Although it's technically a crafted item. Let's put it down here. And you two fences, I don't need you. Torches. I need torches. 14 is not going to cut it. Let's throw together a few of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Too many. Oh well. Some of our coal, please. And this is also why I talk about a lot of people make the, just, in my opinion, the silly suggestion to use charcoal, but it's such a waste in my opinion. It is such a waste of time because you need to spend the wood to cook it and also the wood that it costs to be made out of. So it costs 2 times as much wood when in reality you never, as long as you mine at a decent rate, you never actually run out of it. I don't have my axe on me either. Because you run out of pretty much any other material just as fast. But, that being said, I also realize I'm going to need to be... Actually, since right before I leave anyway, it is a good time to throw a whole bunch of cobble into our furnaces, because I think we're running low on smooth stone here, right? Not running low, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But if we're going to have, you know, a big library that uses lots of stone or stone bricks, then it'll be nice to have a backup supply of smooth stone. And it's, you know, it's not like it's making a choice between cobble or smooth stone because we've already got a ton of cobble in the bank ready to go. Oh, this is just pre-preparing some, even if we don't use all of it for this project. Did I just leave it sitting in there? I did. Eh, good enough. Okay, yeah, I will head to the quarry, see if anything interesting happens along the way, though I doubt it will, but we can say hello to our sheepies. Hello, sheepies. And the popcorn pigs, which I've not been feeling too popcorny lately. Bandit and the fowl, the chickens. Bandits. Where are you at, Bandit? Are you hanging out behind this thing? You'd love to hang out behind that so much. I wonder if she can even get out. She probably can. And the cows. The unnamed cows. Hello, puppies. I know. I would take you mining with me, except you're probably gonna jump in lava. It's very dangerous, so you guys can't come. I'm so sorry. I'd offer you an apple, but you guys don't like apples. Yeah, so you're not even... Don't even look envious in the slightest of my apple. Okay. Switch you to you. Load up the inventory with... I should probably throw the golden ones down here. Just because they will mainly be used for mining cobble, because they don't actually work for mining anything that's worthwhile. Sort of jump down here the easy way. And I guess we'll stay at about level 10 this time. Just above all the lava. Right, let's do it this way. So level 10 right here. And, well, let's mix it up to level 11. Luckily, our gold cuts down cobble pretty fast. This isn't going to take me too long. But when I return tomorrow, I should have a huge inventory full of goodies.